Welcome back.
Hi everybody.
If you're new to the channel, I'm Katie.
I'm Heidi.
And today we're going to be tackling our solar.
Solar part 2.
Part 2.
Yeah.
We've actually done a little bit of work on it, but we re-reviewed our footage for intro and the sound was terrible.
So on this project we're trying to get our AC power installed, and that includes the shore power hookup and our inverter and everything hooked up to the batteries.
So we are losing sunlight quick. So we're gonna get everything packed up. We kind of have a good idea of what we're gonna do, and tomorrow we'll get going on getting the inverter mounted and everything hooked up. So we'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Welcome back to day 2 of part 2 of the solar install. We are trying very hard to get motivated to continue on with this project. We're trying to get it completed because it's gotten to the point to where we can't work on anything else until this is done, and so we are hoping to just this afternoon get our power inlet installed for our shore power, because that's kind of the first thing that has to happen. So we'll have to figure out exactly where that's going to go, and we get to cut another hole in the van. It may or may not be our last one. Then we can figure out where we're going to mount the rest of the stuff. We'll see how far we get today.
Yeah, and guess what? It's freaking hella windy again.
It's like a wind tunnel out there. It's crazy. Yeah, but it is cooler. It's only a high of 90 today in Phoenix, which is one reason why we're out here trying to get this done.
Yeah.
So.
All right, let's get to it.
Today was a disaster, but absolutely demoralizing and a disaster. Hi, Toaster. Yeah, I don't know. It was our own fault. We weren't paying attention to stuff. It took 2 and 3 and 4 times to try to get something simple done, and we finally just got so frustrated. We called it. So sometimes you just need to know when it's time to say. When it's just not your day. Yeah. I mean, you know, hopefully tomorrow, or we have a long weekend, we can get some stuff knocked out. I prefer not to work all weekend long on the van, or at least on this. If we get this done and can move on to something else, that'd be great, so we can see some more progress, but today just wasn't our day. Yeah. So we'll see you tomorrow. Back at it tomorrow. Okay.
Alright, hello everyone. Welcome back to day 3, day 2.5. of part 2 of our solar build. I don't know if we should count this as a whole new day because yesterday was such a shit show, but we're back at it, or at least I am right now. Katie is still at work, so I'm going to try to finish getting this hole completed before she gets home. That is the goal, so let's see what happens. Might be onto something. we're not onto anything. All right, after a lot of fighting with it, I think it's finally in. I had issues getting this screw in for some reason. Even though the hole was the right size and the screw was the right size, it just wouldn't bite into the hole, so I ended up using a little bit bigger of a screw to get it in there. But it's in there. It's pretty solid. It's not going anywhere. I'm not sure, you know, I mean, it has this rubber gasket around here, but I'm probably going to end up putting some Flex Seal or something around this just to try to keep the water out. I feel like that's probably going to deteriorate over time, and we'll end up getting leaks, and we don't want to have leaks in our wall where all of the electrical wiring is running. So on to the next project.
I'm back from work. I got my coffee, so I'm ready to help. Heidi was clearly busy while I was away.
Not that busy.
Busy enough.
Today we're gonna cut out the wall for the paneling in the back where we have to mount all the electrical stuff.
We have to get this done today. We're not even done. It's Saturday. We still need to finish recording and edit the video for tomorrow.
And I'm just tired of looking at this project.
So the goal for today is we need to figure out how we're gonna mount our S-bar and our switch.
We finished it.
It's all done.
Yeah, it was a piece of cake.
brain is fried from being out here in the heat every single day working on it and trying to get it done. But it's done.
It's done.
It's done for now.
Yeah.
So it works. We hooked everything up, turned it on, the inverter clicks on, lights come on, it's good to go. Like I said before, we don't have any of the plugs or anything installed because we've got to wait to get to that portion of the build, but for now it has power, it works, and
That's all we could ask for.
that's all we can ask for at this point.
I'm so glad to have that project done and behind us.
Yeah, all I can hope is that in the future it's going to be worth it. You know, when we designed the solar system and we were talking with AM Solar, we were kind of back and forth on whether we were even going to do a shore power option. We decided, since the option wasn't that much more of an add-on, at least money-wise, that it would be a good insurance to have in the future. I know we plan on coming back here, spending time with family during the holidays, so we want to be able to plug in if we're in any of those situations. But in terms of installing, it was not a simple add-on. It was a lot of extra steps, and so I guess when we hit the road we'll see just how much it actually gets utilized, and when it does get utilized, if it's been worth the headache or not. We may end up ripping it out and selling it off or something if we don't end up using that portion of it. But if you're going to be installing anything like this into your van or RV, all I can say is make sure you do the research, weigh the pros and cons, decide whether it's going to be an option that you think you're going to need to utilize in the future. I mean, maybe if you're in a situation where you even use it one time, it would be worth it. For us right now, that's an unknown.
Thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. And until next time, bye.